Hi everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me, and to all my new subscribers and my old subscribers, thank you so much for helping me reach over 600 subscribers. So I've come on, I'm just going to roll my sleeves up because I've actually still got my dressing gown on. I'm having a bit of a lazy day, but I've come on to do hashtag save from the bin, which is a sort of new challenge that's being run by Sabine from Cross Key Crafts. So basically, I'm not sure if it's once a month, but I'm going to do this. This is for October. And it's basically things that you would probably be throwing in the bin. Now, I don't throw much in the bin. However, I've got this old book page that came out of a book that I'm going to use as my base. And I've got a little tub in the corner of my desk that I throw bits and pieces into that are probably going to go in the bin, but might keep and see what I can do with. So first of all, I had this old box, which I'm going to cut and turn into tag bases. So that will be saved from the bin for that. So I'll do that in a minute. I've got various bits in this little tub. These are bits that I've cut off the bottom of cards when I've made the cards a bit smaller. So they're quite good for stamping sentiments and things. Look at all these little bits I've got. So these are all just scrap pieces that I do keep most things, but probably would go in the bin because they're so tiny, some of them. I might have stamped, I might have used die cuts on them or stamped something. And anyway, and there's tiny little bits of, sorry, I've got something on my, that's it, got something on my glasses, tiny little bits of ribbon. So that's what we've got there. These are just watercolour papers, and I was just doing some smooshing, and I had some extra paint left on my top, and I just literally just smooched them out. I wasn't too keen on that one, and I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So I just chucked it in the tub. So we'll have a look at that as well. Then this, this is a washi tape box that came, and I thought, yeah, we'll use that for something. And then the washi tape came in this little box, which was it was a pink box, and it had all bits in. And I thought, these are so lovely, some of these. I can't throw the box away. So I've literally cut out, I'm just going to try and show you a bit closer, but I've cut out all the little bits that were on the box. And I thought, I can't throw them away. So I've kept them. I saved a couple of bits to show you what the box sort of was like. This is what the box came on, but how gorgeous. I mean, Andrea, I thought of you immediately, these little pink mushrooms. I thought, I can't throw these away. We've got to use these for something. So that's where hashtag save from the bin came in, Sabine. So brilliant. Right, so what I'm going to do, let's make sure we get those out because we want to save those from the bin. So I've nearly finished cutting these out, so I'm just going to carry on and just cut these few bits out because they're so pretty, and it's cardboard. I mean, look at that. It's just, how can you throw that away? So that was my thought on that. I don't think I'll stop, and that was just a bit of paper that I'd cut out, watercolour. I won't cut all of these. I'll keep these to the side because I don't want to take up your time too much. So my thought was, I'm probably going to make some sort of masterboard using these. So I've got my little magazine here. I've got my glue stick, and oh dear, if I can even get that off. Is that sealed? Because it's a new one. Oh no, it's not. There we go. Don't know why they make these things sometimes so difficult to open, especially for people with wrist, hand. If you haven't got the strength, they just seem to be quite tough to open up. Anyway, I think what we'll do is we'll just start just ripping and just going with the flow. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's just going to evolve, I think. So let's just tear these edges because I just love the torn look. It's my thing. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to glue and stick and see what happens. So that's that. Let's get these little bits out and we'll see where we go with them. I'm not really thinking too much about what I'm doing. I'm just seeing. I mean, seriously, was I going to throw that away? Yes, I was. So I'm not even going to worry about where I've cut the die cut bits out. Oh, we've got a bit too much glue there. I'm literally just going to stick and run. Well, I'm not running actually. I'm certainly not running at the moment because whatever this bug is just hanging about ridiculously. This was off something, I don't know what. Oh, that's stuck now. And I think we're just going to keep on layering. This was obviously off the side of something that I did some sort of a edge on a card, and I kept this. For what reason, I don't know. So we're going to edge that. We go there. I'll keep a little bit of a border so that I can cut it. I mean, this paper's beautiful, but such tiny little bits. Well, what am I going to do with it? However, no, that's not wide enough. We will find something that we can use this for. I'm just going to turn my page on my magazine because that's getting a bit sticky. This is a bit of wallpaper. Huh. I obviously use that for something. Oh dear. It's got a bit of glitter on it as well. No, I don't know. Let's go there. Obviously I'm a pink lover, you know that. If you don't, then you do now. So this is obviously a pile of mostly pink. Let's just get that in there. Pop that on there. I do love doing these masterboards. I don't want to cover that. I don't want to cover that little glittery bit up. But I say all these pieces would be fit for the bin, really. But they're such nice papers, I can't bear to throw them away. That's quite bright, isn't it? So let's get this stuck down, shall we? I'm going to go across this time. It doesn't matter if it's... Oh, that was from a die cut as well, and I cut the little flowers out. So what we could do on that is put that on the top once I've covered. What else have we got here? These little bits. That's pretty. Let's go there with that. That was obviously from a die cut as well. So let's pop that there. Not really thinking too much about it. That was a swirly bit. I don't know where that's from. I can't remember what card that was from. It was obviously a piece that was left over. But I thought, well, what am I going to do with that? So actually, I'm going to put it on the top there. I'll just have the white bit hanging over. We've got another piece of that, which we've got on there already. Pop that on. In fact, I'm going to tear that like that. And then we're going to have a piece coming down there as well. There we go. Silver. do we want silver in this? I'm not sure yet. These are little pieces. We'll use those at the end. Oh, there's another bit of that from a card. So we could have that coming down here. This was from a bit of paper. This was from a book I'd used. I think I painted the book and used some of it. And this was obviously just a little corner piece that was not required. But you are living another life. What else have we got here? Just a little bit of pink. Say, I don't know where they all came from, but we will use them. Okay, it's a bit of a random bit. That was obviously from something else, another project, not sure what. There we go. There's a bit of material that was cut over, left over, just a tiny bit. We might leave that for the end. I do want to use this. I'm going to cut that. And that was obviously from a die cut. But I couldn't throw it away because it was pretty. Got a bit of the newspaper on there then. That's okay. That's okay. Right, we want a little bit there because there's a tiny little space. Let's tear that. Use that there. Okay, right, we want something along the bottom here. Got some starry paper. I need something a bit thicker. What have we got here? Let's have that. Let's tear that. Have that coming up from there. And then we still need a little bit there. That's a bit of ribbon. Oh, there's a bit of wallpaper. Get that on there. Like so. That can go there. That's silver. I don't think I'll incorporate silver yet. Let's get that one there. Nearly there. Oh, there. That piece can go there. Random. Right, I need something to cover up that. What about silver? Silver. Oh, there's another. What are these little bits in here? They're green and silver. Oh, there's a circle. Oh, and a love heart. I don't know how those little... Well, I'm taking them out because I was saving them from the bin because they would have gone in the bin. And they're little flowers. I obviously cut out, but they managed to slip into my little bin box. So let's just put them on there like that. Get rid of that bit. Like so. I don't know where that circle came from, but you're going on. Over there. There's a little heart there. How that slipped into the bin box. Put that on there. Right, we've got this little edge down here to get rid of, haven't we? So this is quite thick cardstock. Pop that there. Fast forward this bit if you want to get past past this piece. That can go there. Oh, I've still got some of this left. Let's use this. Let's get rid of this. Don't want any of that left, do we? So that can go there. And then a tiny piece of thinness down there. That can go there. Cover that up. Just trying to get rid of all the little white spaces. So we've just got a little bit here. So if I do a... Is that thick enough? No, probably not. Get rid of that white space there. A little bit there. I'm going to go across this way. Oh, there's a little tiny little slither there. Pop that on there. I'm going to stuck that down. There we go. Random little piece there. I think we're there nearly. Yeah, we've just got a bit there, a bit down there. Oh, that's red. We don't want that. Oh, I know. Let's use these little bits of tape up. That's purple. I think we could get away with a bit of purple there. That one's white. We're going to have it, but I'm going to cut it in half. So, oh, the sleeve is slipping down again. Let's go there with that. That's used that up, hasn't it? We've got a bit of ribbon. Let's cut that in half. And stick that down. My book's getting a bit... And it might look a bit of a mess at the moment. However, trust the process, as they say. Trust the process. There. I think we're good on that. Right. Those little bits can go in the bin. That's a plain piece. Right. Those little strips can go back in there. We'll use them for something. And that piece back in there. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's just turn that. Oh, there's a silver bit there. Turn that magazine over so that... Keep that out of the way. That's not sticky now. Right, I didn't use that piece, did I? So we'll save that. Oh, and I've got these. Right, we'll leave those till the end. So, what are we going to do with this? Right. Let's have a look. So I'm thinking... Let me get a card base. Let me just get plain card base. Where is a card base that's plain? Well, that's pretty. Let's have that. This is really, really pretty paper. So, let's see, what size are we? Probably 6x4, I imagine. Yeah, 6x4. Right, so let's go. Just cut the edges off first. Straighten our edges. Probably want just under 6. Wonder if that's going to cut through that or not. We'll soon find out. Yep. Probably not good for your didn't cut through that bit. That's fine. I thought that might be a bit thick. That is not a problem. Just tidy that up. Right, and then we want 4. Done that edge, haven't I? So we want it just under 4. If I get it in there, about there, then I haven't got to cut through that piece of material there. Okay. Still want a little bit off the edge. So I think I'll take it off that end because it's thinner. Okay. Yep, that'll fit that card base. And then we've got these, which we can stick on. So I'm going to get some Fabri-Tac glue because I need something a little bit stronger, I think, to go over the top. Right, so we have got... Hello, keep it wild, simply fabulous. Relax and accept the crazy. We like that. Under the moon. That's pretty. Under the moon. I think there was a love one or something. There we go. Like that. Right, we're going to have that. Let's just get this glue coming out. But if I put this Fabri-Tac on, it's going to... Before I do that, where is my little stamp? My ever favourites. And if it's my favourite, it's got to be here, hasn't it? There it is. Right, let me get my stamp. I think we'll just go with a bit of black. So, let's get that on there. It's not sticking. I don't know why. Put a bit of that on. It will stick then. There we go. Right, which way up has it got to be? That way. Okay, so we're going to keep a tiny bit. I'm just going to do it. It's not sticking, is it? Do you know what I'm going to do? Forget the block. Forget the block. And let's just hold on to it. A bit of black on me there. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... in a right old state of affairs here. I'm just going to just ink a little bit. Okay. That's it. That's enough. We don't need any more than that. Let's get a wipe just to clean that off quickly. Otherwise it'll dry on there and then that'll be ruined. Oh. This is my favourite. So let's pop that over there. Get you out the way. Let's just wipe that bit. I've just made a mess on there. Okay, right. Then we've got the love, which is dried, of course. In fact, I'll use that one. Let's pop that on there. Isn't that pretty? Okay. I think I did it upside down. Wasn't thinking. Was not thinking, but that's okay. Because I like this. Right, what does that say? I'm trying to read it. Every day. Can't read it. Might have to get my magnifying glass out. That one, like the little mushrooms. There, that one. That's for Andrea. Can't look at a mushroom without thinking of Andrea because she loves her autumnal and her mushrooms. And she'll love that. Right, those ones I don't need. That's pretty. Okay, put that on there. I think I'll go there with that. And that is probably enough. Just 3 of those. Okay, I'm thinking, where's my corner punch? Am I going to be able to corner punch that? What do you think? Is the corner punch going to get through that? Yes, just. Right, corner that off. Where's the card? Let's bring that back. I'm not going to put a sentiment on it this time because, yeah, like that. So that is from scraps. And then what I'm just going to do with the other bit that's left is probably just make some ATCs. So let me just see what we've got left. Pop that on there. Let's make sure that's straight. There we go. Beautiful. And then what I could do if I wanted to is use these little bits here to stamp out a sentiment. But I'm going to leave that for now. Let's just go back to what we've got left because I did. So we want ATCs, 2.5 by 3.5, are they? Let me grab one that I've got here. I'm sure they're 2.5. 2.5 by 3.5, yeah. So let's see what we can make out of this, shall we? So 3.5. Now let's just do these edges. Get those nice and straight. And that one. Get rid of that edge bit. Okay, so. Oh, that's come off. I'll stick that down again in a minute. Right, so we want 2.5. Didn't think that was going to cut properly, but it did virtually. 2.5 by 3.5. So we'll take that edge off. So there's one ATC. And then we've got 2.5. 2.5 is there, which means we're going to miss that. There we go. 2.5. Let's just check the edges. They're all right. By 3.5. So we're going to take that top piece off. Okay, so that's 2. That we're not going to be able to use, but twinchies, what are they? 2.5, 2 by 2, aren't they? Okay, so 2 by 2. There's one, and then get you under there, mister. 2 by 2. That is 2 by 2. Okay, so let's get those out the way a minute. And then we've got this bit left. I did cut that. That's probably because it was so thick, that piece. So let's do that. 3.5. See what I can get the most out of here. 3.5, 3.5. That's 3.5. 3.5 by 2.5. And then that will be another ATC. Pop that out the way. And then I don't think I can do much with that bit. However, I'm thinking let's just cut this like that. I've slightly bent that there, but that's fine. Pop that there. I need to go through the material by the look of it as well. Pop that bit there so that we're getting exactly the same. And then we've made a dinky little tag, which needs straightening up. Okay, so let's get rid of those bits. Those bits will now go in the bin. Pop that out the way. And we've got 3 ATCs and 2 little twinchies. So let's put some bits on here to get rid of these. Vintage cards, floral designs. And these will be saved from the bin ATCs. Relax and accept the crazy. Yeah, we like that. Let's leave that on its side a minute. Let's have one of those little mushrooms. There we go. Right, that's finished. The card's finished. Let's have a look at this one. Just get rid of that love. We want that. Try a second time for that. Like that. Oh, that's pretty. That's like an orchid or something. I think we'll go that way. Very pretty. We like that. I haven't cut that one up, have I? That one's slightly bent. We don't want that, do we? Cherish every moment. There we go. That'll be that one. So we've got one more. What have we got here? Under the moon. Oh, we've got another love. Let's get rid of that. Pop that down there just to keep that end at the bottom. I'm thinking I might just cut the hello out. That's actually more than one sentiment there. Keep it wild. Hello. There we go. So far, so good with you know who sitting down here by my feet. Look at that. Look at that little postcard. Let's get that on there. Didn't mean it to be this long, sorry. Right, that's that one done. That one. We've got 2 little twinchies, and I think what I'm going to do is leave those pink, leave those plain at the moment, because depending on what the Twinchy challenge is, I might be able to use those. So let's just get rid of all these bits out the way, and let's come back and see what we've made. I'm just wiping my fingers because I've got a bit of glue on them. Wipe the glue off there. Just dry that. Right, so we've got the 2 little Twinchies. We've got the card, which we don't know, I haven't put sentiment apart from love on there. And then we've got 3 little ATCs and then a tiny little tag, which probably just needs cutting slightly like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but we'll find a use for it at some point. And I'll just, where's my little, oh dear, why is it when you're looking for something, you can't find it? Right, don't know where that's gone, typical, but I'm not going to put a tag hole in that just yet because I can't find my tag holder. So there we go. So that is my save from the bin. I'm sorry the video's so long, but thanks everyone for watching. I'll link Sabine in this video, but do head over and see what other people have made from Save from the Bin. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.